Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine standing at a crossroads in life. One road leads to a future of purpose and fulfillment, and the other, a path of regret, shaped by indecision. Now here's the truth. Every single one of us stands at that crossroads every day. Destiny isn't something that happens to you, it's something you create. It's shaped not by your circumstances, not by luck, but by the choices you make. Life doesn't reward those who wait for a perfect moment. It rewards those who decide. Decision-making is a superpower we all possess. Think about it. Every success story, every incredible achievement started with one bold decision. There's a story I love about a young man who was told he would never amount to much. His teachers doubted him. His circumstances seemed to define him. But one day, he made a decision. He decided that his past didn't have to dictate his future. That young man went on to shape industries, inspire millions, and create a legacy. The lesson? It's not where you come from, it's where you decide to go. The power of choice. The power of choice is one of the greatest gifts we possess as human beings. Every day, we are presented with countless opportunities to make decisions, big and small, that shape the course of our lives. Whether it's the career we pursue, the words we speak, the relationships we nurture, or even how we choose to spend our time, each decision has the potential to create ripples that extend far beyond the moment. This incredible ability to choose empowers us to define who we are and who we aspire to become. Choice is the engine of transformation. It allows us to step out of our comfort zones, to rewrite narratives, and to embrace change. The most remarkable stories of success and resilience are often born from simple yet profound choices. The decision to keep going when the odds seem insurmountable, to believe in oneself when others doubt, or to act with courage in the face of fear. In those moments, the power of choice becomes a tool not just for survival, but for thriving, for creating a life of meaning and fulfillment. But with this power comes responsibility. Our choices do not exist in isolation. They have the potential to inspire or discourage, to heal or harm, to unite or divide. How we wield this power speaks to our values, our character, and our vision for the future. It is through our choices that we leave our mark on the world, shaping the lives of others as much as we shape our own. What an extraordinary privilege it is to recognize that in every moment we have the chance to be better, to do better, and to make a difference. The beauty of choice is that it is inherently hopeful. It tells us that no matter how challenging life becomes, we are never truly powerless. There is always a path forward, always an opportunity to pivot, to rebuild, to start anew. Even when faced with obstacles that seem immovable, we can choose our response. We can choose perseverance over despair, love over hate, growth over stagnation. In this way, choice becomes a beacon illuminating the way through the darkest of times. When we embrace the power of choice, we unlock the potential within ourselves and others. We learn to approach life not as a series of fixed outcomes, but as a dynamic and evolving journey. Each decision becomes an act of creation, a testament to our agency. and a declaration of our hope for what is possible. It is this power, this privilege, that defines us as individuals and as a collective. It is the force that drives humanity forward, one choice at a time. Belief systems. Belief systems are the unseen frameworks that guide our thoughts, decisions, and actions. They shape how we perceive the world, influence the values we hold dear, and determine the meaning we derive from life's experiences. Whether rooted in religion, culture, philosophy, or personal convictions, belief systems are powerful forces that can unite people, inspire movements, and spark profound transformation. These systems are more than just ideas. They are the essence of human connection and purpose. They define what we consider right and wrong, just and unjust, possible and impossible. They can embolden us to dream bigger, act bolder, and persevere through adversity. They provide solace in times of despair and clarity in moments of confusion. Belief systems offer a compass, directing us toward a life that feels aligned with our deepest truths. Throughout history, belief systems have been the bedrock of civilizations. They have motivated explorers to traverse unknown seas, thinkers to challenge established norms, and ordinary individuals to perform extraordinary acts of courage. From the intricate philosophies of ancient Greece to the spiritual practices of indigenous cultures, these systems capture humanity's boundless quest to understand its place in the universe. But belief systems are not just relics of the past. They are living, breathing entities that evolve with us. They challenge us to reflect on what we stand for, question assumptions, and embrace growth. They remind us that while we may come from different backgrounds, languages, and traditions, our beliefs have the power to bring us together. They are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, capable of bridging divides and igniting hope. Yet, the true beauty of a belief system lies in its ability to inspire action. It is not enough to hold beliefs. They must be lived. They must fuel our determination to create a better world where empathy triumphs over apathy and justice prevails over inequity. Belief systems call us to be the authors of our destinies, the change makers who leave behind a legacy of compassion, understanding, and courage. In a world often marked by uncertainty, belief systems remind us of our shared humanity. They encourage us to dream beyond the boundaries of what we know and to reach for the extraordinary. They teach us that while we may stumble, we can always rise again, stronger and more committed to the values that guide us. They remind us that within each of us lies the power to transform not only ourselves, but also the world around us. Taking responsibility. Taking responsibility is one of the most empowering choices we can make. It is not merely about accepting blame when things go wrong. It's about recognizing that our actions, decisions, and attitudes shape the outcomes in our lives. When we take responsibility, we reclaim control, moving from a place of passivity to one of intentionality and growth. Every day, we are faced with countless decisions, big and small, that influence the trajectory of our lives. Choosing to take responsibility means acknowledging that we hold the power to steer our path. It's easy to point fingers, to attribute failure to circumstances, luck, or the actions of others. But when we do that, we relinquish our power. We reduce ourselves to bystanders in our own stories. True strength lies in looking inward and asking, what can I do differently? How can I learn from this? But taking responsibility, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. We all make mistakes, we all stumble, but those moments when met with accountability become our greatest teachers. They show us where we can grow, how we can adapt, and what we need to change to become better versions of ourselves. By embracing our role in the outcomes of our actions, we stop being prisoners of our past and start becoming architects of our future. When we take responsibility, we inspire others to do the same. It's contagious. Imagine a world where everyone, instead of making excuses or deflecting blame, looked for ways to contribute positively. Imagine teams, families, and communities working together, each person fully owning their role, their impact, and their potential. The energy shifts, progress accelerates, relationships strengthen, trust deepens. Taking responsibility is not just a personal decision, it's a catalyst for collective transformation. And yes, it can be daunting. It requires courage to admit when we've fallen short and humility to accept feedback and change. But in that courage lies freedom, and that humility lies strength. Taking responsibility liberates us from the shackles of victimhood and empowers us to create the life we truly desire. It reminds us that no matter the challenges we face, we always have a choice. We can choose to act with integrity, to rise above the circumstances, and to take steps toward our goals, even when the odds seem stacked against us. Life is unpredictable, and we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Taking responsibility is about owning our responses, our attitudes, and our efforts. It's about recognizing that while we may not have chosen certain hardships, we always have the choice to grow through them. This mindset doesn't just change how we face difficulties, it changes how we approach opportunities. It sharpens our focus, fuels our determination, and helps us navigate challenges with resilience. Taking responsibility isn't a burden, it's a privilege. It's a declaration that we are capable, that we are accountable, and that we are willing to do the hard work necessary to achieve greatness. It's a mindset that transforms obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into setups for success, and limitations into launch pads. It's about embracing the truth that our lives are, to a large extent, what we make of them. When we choose to take responsibility, we step into our power. We own our narrative. We make choices that align with our values and our vision. And in doing so, we inspire others to rise to their potential, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. It is one of the most profound acts of leadership, courage, and self-respect we can ever demonstrate. The ripple effect. The ripple effect is a powerful metaphor for understanding the impact of our actions. Imagine a single drop of water falling into a still pond, creating concentric ripples that extend far beyond the initial point of contact. What began as a small, almost unnoticeable action becomes a force that touches the edges of the water, changing everything in its path. This is how our actions, no matter how small, can echo outward, influencing people, communities, and even the world. Every word we speak, every decision we make, every kindness we offer has the potential to create ripples. Often we underestimate the reach of our influence. We think our gestures of generosity or compassion are too small to matter. But consider this: a simple smile can brighten someone's day. That person, uplifted by your smile, may then extend kindness to another, and the chain continues. The cumulative impact of these small positive acts can be transformative. Even the tiniest acts carry significance because they have the power to inspire others. When someone witnesses bravery, they are emboldened to be courageous. When someone experiences generosity, they are moved to be generous. One act sets off another, and the momentum grows. This is how movements are built, how change begins, not with grand declarations, but with ordinary people taking small, deliberate steps forward. But the ripple effect isn't limited to positive actions. It works both ways. Words of anger or indifference can spread as easily as words of encouragement. This understanding calls us to be intentional about what we put into the world. We cannot always predict how far our actions will reach, but we can choose what kind of energy we send out, whether it is one of hope, love, and positivity, or one of fear, negativity, and division. Each of us is like that first drop in the water. We may feel insignificant, but we are not. The ripples we create intersect and merge with those of others, forming waves of collective impact. One act of kindness from you could inspire countless others, cascading into a force much larger than yourself. The beauty of this is that we all have the ability to contribute, to create ripples that shape a better future. So the next time you hesitate to act, wondering if what you do really matters, remember the ripple effect. It reminds us that we are interconnected, that our actions, no matter how small, can set the world in motion. What will your ripple be? Vision, values. Our vision is a beacon guiding us toward a future full of possibilities. It is the shared dream that brings us together, propelling us forward with purpose and determination. We envision a world where our collective efforts create meaningful change, where innovation meets compassion, and where challenges are met with courage and resilience. This is not just a destination. It is a journey that calls for our unwavering commitment, our creativity, and our resolve. At the heart of this vision are the values that define who we are and what we stand for. They are the foundation upon which every decision is built, every action is taken, and every relationship is nurtured. Integrity fuels our trust in one another, inspiring us to act with transparency and fairness. Excellence drives us to push boundaries, constantly striving to be better, to do better, and to inspire others to do the same. Collaboration empowers us, reminding us that together we can achieve far more than we ever could alone. And above all, empathy connects us, grounding us in the understanding that our humanity is our greatest strength. This vision and these values are not abstract ideals. They are alive in the choices we make every day. They guide us to see opportunity where others see obstacles, to embrace diversity as a source of strength, and to face adversity with unwavering optimism. They challenge us to listen, to learn, and to lead with humility and purpose. Together, we are building a legacy not just for ourselves, but for those who will follow. A legacy rooted in hope, fueled by action, and defined by our shared commitment to making the world a better place. Let this vision inspire you to dream bigger, and let these values remind you of the power we have when we live with intention and act with conviction. Each of us has a role to play, a unique contribution to make, and a responsibility to rise to the moment. Together, we are not just imagining the future, we are creating it. One step, one decision, one act of courage at a time. What? Momentum and action are the twin engines of progress, the forces that transform dreams into reality and potential into achievement. Momentum is that powerful, almost magical energy that builds when you take a single step forward. That starts small, sometimes barely perceptible, but grows with each successive action. It's the ripple in the water that becomes a wave, the spark that ignites a roaring flame. Yet, momentum cannot exist without action. Action is the catalyst, the deliberate choice to move, to try, to begin, even in the face of uncertainty or fear. Every great accomplishment begins with a single act. A seed must be planted before it can grow into a towering tree. And the first stroke of a brush is what sets the masterpiece in motion. Action is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's not always perfect, and it rarely feels easy at first, but it is essential. Action says the world, I am here, I am willing, and I am ready. It silences doubt and defies hesitation. And when you commit to action, momentum rewards you by making the next step a little easier, a little smoother. Momentum and action thrive on each other, feeding a cycle of growth and possibility. Each small victory, each completed task or conquered challenge fuels your belief in what is possible. That belief becomes a force of its own, propelling you forward faster and stronger than before. Momentum is not just movement. It's a declaration that progress is inevitable, that you are unstoppable. That remember, action is not about waiting for the perfect moment or the right set of circumstances. It's about starting where you are with what you have and doing what you can. Momentum doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. It doesn't ask for leaps and bounds every day, but for consistent, purposeful steps. And as you take those steps, the path ahead becomes clearer, the destination closer, and your potential limitless. Momentum and action are your allies in the pursuit of greatness. They whisper, keep going when the road feels long. They shout, you've got this, when challenges rise. And they remind you that the power to create change, to build a better future, and to achieve your wildest ambitions lies in the choices you make today. So here's the truth, my friends. Your destiny isn't some distant, mysterious force waiting to unfold. It's right here, right now, in your hands. Every choice you make today, no matter how small, is shaping the person you'll become tomorrow. The question is, will you let life happen to you, or will you decide to take charge? Will you choose courage over comfort, growth over excuses, action over fear? Because here's the beauty of it all. The power to change your story, to redefine your future, lies within you. It's not about waiting for the perfect time. It's about deciding that now is the time. So as you leave here today, I challenge you to make one decision that brings you closer to your dreams. Don't just think about it, commit to it. Take the first step, and then take the next. Your destiny isn't written by chance. It's written by choice. Decide boldly live fully, and watch your life transform.